Release your inhibitions. Hey, one person. I don't know who that is, but hi. I'm going to go ahead and get this started. I'm not going to necessarily wait for people because I don't know who's going to get on. But hey, everybody. My name is Ebony Turk. Thank you for joining this broadcast. So, I've done one of these Legacy Talks with Ebony, the introduction that I did, and I got cut off last week. And I was intending to do them. My intention is to do them one every week. And I said Sundays. This Sunday, I didn't do it because I got afraid, but afraid of what you may ask. I really don't be thinking people want to hear what I have to say, but I got a message from the spirits that I need to do it anyway. How afraid I am. I need to push through this uncomfortableness and do it anyway. So here I am. So today my plan was to talk about a reintroducing of myself to myself. And what that is who are you anyway? So I often get asked to send bios when I'm doing presentations or I'm going to speak somewhere. People oftentimes tell me or ask me to send a bio. So I really don't like sending bios because my bio doesn't really talk about me. It talks about the jobs that I've done, but it really doesn't talk about who I am. And I've always felt that I wasn't the job that I do. I just never felt comfortable sending it. So one day, my supervisor said, well, Ebony, if you don't like your bio, write it the way you want to write it. And I think one of the reasons why I didn't like bios is because I don't have any fancy degrees. And people with degrees got a lot of stuff they can put on their bio. I don't have all of that. And I don't think that negates my experience or anything. I was like, what is it for me to put on a bio if I don't have a degree and, I haven't done all of these fancy things. So it has taken me probably about a year to finally sit down to try to rewrite my bio in a way that I like. I had to go through some processes, some healing, I had to go through a lot of things to figure out and reintroduce myself to myself and to be able to talk about myself in a positive way. Like I don't talk about myself negatively, but it makes me uncomfortable to say good things about myself. So through some books and some healing work, I've been able to now say some good things about myself. So I am reintroducing myself to myself by sitting down and rewriting my bio. I've done that and it was fun, actually. It was fun to hear from myself the good things that I know about myself and the good things that that I've done in this world. Because I also, wrote down the things that I've done for work. And it was amazing to see the things that I've never seen before. Hey, Connie. So a few things that I learned while doing this. I learned that I'm dope. And I need to not be afraid to say it. I also learned that I really am hard on myself. Like I expect more from me than I should. I do great things, but I'd be like, that ain't nothing. You didn't do, that wasn't a big deal. You did it, woohoo. But people have, told me before, you are way too hard on yourself. You are awesome and you do good things. And I'm going to start accepting that. So while I was writing this bio, I kept writing and I kept writing those stuff and kept writing those stuff. And I was like, if you can't put that, because I really don't want a really long bio. So I'm going to read it to y'all. And I hope you guys like it. I mean, it's not for you to like, but this is it. And it's really short. The part that I really like the most personally is really short. It's about telling you who I am before I tell you what I do. Because I think in bios, even when you're doing talks, even for work, presentations, I want to know who the person is before I know what they've done with work. And I know that's backwards for some people, but I prefer to know who I'm working with before I know what they've done. So this is my bio. So Ebony Turk, she and her. She is an unapologetically Black woman born and raised on the south side of Chicago. She has ancestral roots in Mississippi, Arkansas, and Louisiana. Ebony is the daughter of spiritual queens and kings. She is the mother to many. Special shout out to the two she birthed. Her priority lies with self first and then her family. Ebony is an optimistic, positive leader in her community. She is emotionally powerful, a compassionate listener, a gifted guidance counselor, and a truth teller and seeker. Ebony is fiercely loyal to her family, community, and to her passion to help people connect with their life's purpose. Ebony connected with her passion through HIV. After not handling it well for 4 years, she was led to therapy, which helped her overcome internal and external stigma. It also helped her discover some amazing qualities in herself that led to the community work she does now. So that was a little bit about who Ebony is. And then I go into the work that I've done in the community and all of the things that I've produced and all of the amazing work I've done, which I'm not going to read to you guys. If you want my bio, hire me to do something. But what I wanted to say is with that, that helped me just to talk about myself in a great way. Hey, Chad. And what I want people to do and learn from this is I want you to figure out who you are at your core. A lot of times we talk about when people ask who we are, we introduce ourselves with our jobs a lot of times. We are not our jobs. We are very much that is very much a part of who we are and what we do, but that's not who we are at our core. So who are you at your core? What are your morals and values? What do you hold dear? What do you respect? What do you honor? Those are the things I want to know. I want to know those things, whether I'm hiring you to do a job. I want to know those things, whether we're getting into a relationship with each other. I want to know those things from my friends because they're not my, if I don't know what their foundation is, I don't know what they will do to me. So I want to know who people are at their core too. I don't want to just know what work you've done, because although people have done work, and we know that people also tell stories on resumes. So I feel like for work, we need to really get a little bit deeper with what we're asking people to send us, what we're asking people to, when we're asking questions. I mean, I know, it's frowned upon to ask people about their personal business, but we're not really asking about personal business. We're just asking who you are. What do you hold dear? What are your morals and values? That's what those little surveys that they send out be trying to get to, but everybody knows what that does. So a lot of people just tell you what you want to hear. So I am asking everybody, if you haven't, reintroduce yourself to yourself. We change too. I've changed over the course of every year. We change. So, if you haven't redone your bio, If you haven't talked great about yourself lately, do that. Redo it. Tell more about yourself. And you don't necessarily have to put it in your bio. I just wanted to write a new bio because I really didn't like my bio. And you could just write great things about yourself and who you are today. Redo that. Rewrite who you are today. Write down all of the good things, because I actually have I had 2 pages of good things about me, and it made me feel really good. And I was like, girl, you better work. You don't. So, yeah, do that. Rewrite your bio. Rewrite, who you reintroduce yourself to yourself in this season, because we change seasons all the time. And let me know what you find out. Tell me some dope stuff about yourself. I don't know if y'all know this, but I've been reading this book. Oh, it's right here, actually. Sorry, give me 1 minute. I've been reading Lovey's this book. And in this book, she talks about bragging on yourself. She does these things called, I'm probably going to say this wrong, but she does these things called orikis. And what an oriki is a way that they celebrate each other in Africa, in African culture, and they gas each other up. It's a way to gas your head up. So I did one for my son on his birthday, and I did one on Trans Day of Visibility. I'm gonna do one for my birthday too when on April 26th. But that has helped me a lot with coming up with things that are great for myself. So gas yourself up and write down the amazing things about you. Because sometimes we forget. I'm sure I'm not the only one that doesn't like to gas themselves up. It's just not necessarily who I am as a person to gas myself up, but it felt good and I need to do it more. And I'm going to continue to try to incorporate that in my life, because I need that reassurance from myself. I need to not be so hard on myself. So write it. Connie, I'm learning this version of Connie. I like her a lot, but she is so different from me. Yes, we change. And I am one to say I am not that great with change, but I'm learning that, I've learned that it is a part of life. It's going to happen, and I'm learning how to accept it. So the new part of me is learning how to accept change, and that is learning how to deal with it, learning how to deal with the process of change, what I need to do to help myself do that. But as I change, I get more dope things about me, because I learn from every experience. So I'm gonna make it a habit to redo, and I'm just calling it my bio, but it's actually just what I've done in life, to redo my life's bio every year, how I've changed, because we change, and hopefully we're changing for the better for us. I'm not talking about for anybody else or nobody else's perception, but for the better for us. And we want to make sure we document that, or at least recognize it when we should. We go through life so quick, we don't stop to recognize the things we do. So reintroduce yourself to yourself and tell me what you learned from it. Okay? All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank y'all for listening to me.